Okay, I'm done with the setup. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. If there's anyone here, it has been a minute and we're just going to jump right into it. It's going well, table. How's it going, paint? Yeah, I have... yes. Anyway. It has been a minute. I realize I have not streamed in like an actual week. Dark Eldar is going. Listen, if you want a dancing mouse, I have a dancing mouse, but... painting is a shady business. Yes, it can be. Okay. Really, all I'm going to do tonight is just a bunch of metallic stuff. What's up, Dorzo? Good to see you. I'm going to hit that real quick. And... go from there. So, I hope my fellow American viewers had a good 4th of July. And for those that are not, I hope you had a good weekend. America is 250 years old now. A little bit, crazy. I think that, like, my country's that old now. So, stick that right there. What is Corporation Day? I've never heard of that until now. Or at least when you guys were talking about it. I think the more exciting stuff going on now is like the World Cup, for those that watch soccer and everything. I think tonight the US has a game. I'm not fully sure where. I know my friends are gonna go watch it. I think they're going to a bar to watch it and all that stuff, which I was half tempted to go, but I'm like, I really should do this. I'll see them tomorrow and hang out with them. I've never heard of that until now. Huh. No, and I'm sure most of us here... I mean, there might be a few sports fans. I know I'm not a sports fan, but it's just something I could bring up. Because of controversy? What sort of controversies going on with that? I don't watch it at all. I think it's interesting seeing the effect that it's having on people. Like, seeing people from other countries come to US and like interact with Americans and seeing things that they thought were fake actually be real. Like the yellow school bus actually being a real thing. Edge Runner 2. Ooh. I'm trying to remember the first one. Ooh, excuse me. Interesting. What's up, Eternal? How's it going? Oh, hi, Roy. You wanted to barge in right now? Yeah. Listen, you're a good boy. Yes, you is. That door's gotta be shut for a reason. Yeah. It's shut for a reason, my fuzz. Okay. Go lay down. Yeah. Oh, that's not good paint. Having it when you're, God, I don't like it when the bottles clog and then just a little bit too much force and, you end up with a whole mess. I've had that happen to, like, a couple of my shirts. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, I should keep up with what's going on with the Dagmire campaign. I finally submitted my first entry to it. I will have to say it was a loss. I went up against Imperial Knights. And it was... I'm trying to think how to word it. It was close, but I made some mistakes and I misinterpreted the main mission that I was doing. They were playing like a Purge the Foe style mission. I was doing Priority Asset. And the main mission I was running is that I had to do an action in the shooting phase on one of the center objectives. So none of the two side ones then there was two center ones. So it had to be done with like the two center. And I interpret it as like any objective within no man's land. But no, it was the center objectives that you had to do that on. So I put out like 4 of my units onto all the objectives my first turn, second turn. And they just got obliterated off the board. Which only left like my more elite stuff. So I had Blade Guard, Deathwing Knights, the Lion, the Gladiator Lancer, and the Hellblasters left. And the Lion came in from Deep Strike. Solo killed 2 Knights, actually. He solo killed a Knight that was partially damaged. I think he had 19 wounds. And then he killed a fully healed Knight. And then after that, he got blast off the board. My Lancer got blast off the board the same turn, or the turn after. Once I lost like the line of my, the Lion and my tank, it was just downhill. The only unit I had that could do any damage was like these guys here, and they didn't make their charge. So I called it early on like turn 3. Because it would have been just too hard to like make it back. Yeah, I had my Hellblasters, actually it was just down to Azrael left from that squad. And then my Intercessors and this squad. So I had 3 units left on the board. I need to shut that door. I can hear the stuff in the background. What's up, Shovel? Good to see you. Oh, you're doing an Eldar versus Eldar game? Nice. And then you said you played a game of AOS last Sunday. Lost, but you learned a lot, which that's good. That's very good. Oh, you're building some tech priests? Nice. Always like to see that. I know you said you're going to do like a more body horror style, which that's cool. I think I've been seeing more stuff on tech thralls. Okay. Still, it's still part of that same faction. So. I will have to check it out. I can see your pain. Oh. Is there anything else on here? Or was it really the mace? I think it's like just the mace that's getting. Ooh, nice overseas. Are you doing like the Deathwing Knight Terminators, or are they actually like regular Terminators? Yeah. Normal Terminators. Oh, cool. Cool. You know what I've been letting my hold on. You know what I've been letting eat up my time a lot recently? I've been playing a lot of modded Minecraft. I got really into Cobblemon, and I've been playing that almost every night this week. And I started a little server with like a friend and all that. I want to get more friends on, but only like me and this one are really like into doing modded Minecraft. The rest don't really like it, so. But it's been fun. I'd like to get more people and like have the players build their own gyms. I'm either doing poison or another type. I'm not sure. I don't really like doing poison. I hate pinballing myself to one type. There's too many cool Pokemon out there that I want to use. And that was an issue I had with Scarlet and Violet. There was too many choices, and I had too many Pokemon on my team. Same thing with Arceus. Like Legend Arceus, I kept doing that. It's like, oh, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. You already did your Deathwings, nice. And how's it going, Grim? Good to see you. Okay, Paint says, I got some cool and funny skeletons coming your way in the mail now. Ooh. Legend of Arceus was so much fun. I gotta finish it. I haven't beaten the game yet, but I enjoyed playing it very much. I wish there was more Pokemon games like that. That's almost how I want. Yeah, that's pretty much how I want my Pokemon games to be. Like, I like the open world. I do miss like the gym battle stuff. So I like what Scarlet Violet's doing with the open worldness. They need to allow players to go to different regions on the map. And be like, okay, I want to go up to like this gym. And then have the Pokemon like go, the wild Pokemon be at that level, and then the gym leader can be like, oh, okay, then I will battle you with like this team, like how the Pokemon anime did. Oh, don't you need, like, to battle Arceus, you gotta play Brilliant, Diamond, and the Pearl both in the Nintendo Switch, and you gotta get both of them? No, I definitely agree with that. There's some Digimon designs that I think are really cool, and there's some that are like, why did you go down that route? A lot of Digimon, it always goes to, like, Mecha Person. How dare you enjoy something? Very true. There was a online Digimon game that I played for a little bit. I don't remember the name of it, but I think I had it on Steam, and you would start, and like your starting Digimon was this caterpillar one, which I thought was pretty cool, but I always want to get different Digimon. I gotta see like the full Digimon list and kind of pick out which one's my favorite. It's tough. I like. I want to call him. No, it's no, not Armon. Agamon. The yellow dinosaur is what I'm thinking of. I know his name. I've said it before. I just can't remember how to say it now. What's up, Taylor? Welcome to stream. Good to see you here again. Isn't it at that point you can just go to the internet and look it up? Like, I've definitely done that for games that I've been stuck on. Oh, there was one game I played. Yeah. I didn't like the idea of I had to buy both, like, Diamond and Pearl games to get, like, the Pokemon and do that. I'm like, I don't want to shill out $50 each for those. Started. You finally begun assembling the Cemetery Knight. Even ordered a small arrow class for him to carry. When you say Cemetery Knight, are you talking about like a big 40k knight, or are you talking about like a Age of Sigmar style knight? I thought you needed to have both like of those games into your DS or into your Switch at some point, and that would give you access to those Pokemon. Am I wrong? Oh, now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Oh, that's how you get Arceus. Oh, damn. Okay, I'll have to check this out off later. And here we go. How's it going, Octopus? Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well this evening. I really dislike that Eldar have the ability to not be overwatched. For a long time, I used to play with Infernus Marines, and every time I'd play against this Eldar player, I would go and try to overwatch, and he would just be like, nope, I'm going to pop the stratagem to not make it so you can overwatch me. And I'm like, I hate that so much. And then in that turn, he would take that unit and he'd wipe out like everything around it. Are the frames that bad? I mean, I know I'm not the only one using the internet right now, so maybe that's why. Huh. Now the quality dropped for some reason. I can see the like quality of the stream a little bit. Yeah, it has dropped down a bit. It was like full green bars, now it's down to yellow. It was red for a second. And now we're back to green. I wonder if we're switching satellites, because I use Starlink for my internet. And sometimes it just likes to... Well, when it switches between different satellites, it will lose connection for a second. I think you're going to tell us either way, so yeah, tell us. And... Cool. Let's do that little... Hey, Neil. Why is it a strength of 2? Shouldn't it be higher strength than that? Huh. Oh, I'm sure he'll be here at some point. this is the other spot I wanted. You're only rolling for 6s. A flamer with dev wounds. I think that'd be cool in general, have a flamer with dev wounds, but not with a strength of 2. Okay. Just a little touch. Why would you do a hard tiring with a bunch of Termagants? I mean, I guess if you want the lethals, but that's such a big leader unit to lead such a small point squad. You know what? Fair enough, Octopus. Fair enough. I feel like a Hive Tyrant would be better leading like I mean, I know they can be attached with like guard units for them, but I almost feel like it'd be better to put him with something that can dish out a decent damage and stay on the board a bit. At least that's my opinion. I dealt with the Tyranid Endless Horde not too long ago. I was playing in the Crusade I'm running, I was playing against a Tyranid player, and they brought the Tyranid that can bring back like D3 plus 3 models every turn. That's within what, 6 inches, something like that. And I was shooting the Terminid squad. I'd kill like 1 or 2, and then he'd be like, okay, well, these come back, and I'm like, I gotta hit this tank thing so hard to make it so I can wipe off the board. Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe. I don't know Tyranids all that well, so I was... Still gotta be something I want to run at some point. I think I gotta sit down, like, on a... I gotta take a weekend and just build and paint a bunch of the other armies I want to do. Honestly, if I build them, I'll play them. That's the main thing. The only reason why I'm Space Marine so much is because it's the main thing I had built. That's what I'm running. I should pull out the Custodies, but they're only 1,000 points, so there's not many times I can do a 1,000-point game. I could do Knights. I gotta finish the Knights though. I gotta make a priority list on what I need to finish. I want to finish the Armageddon box first. I still only have... Ooh, maybe... As much as I love these Settling Knights, should we do the Armageddon box? I could have done that earlier today, getting them built, but I think... Now I'm thinking. I mean, I'm close to getting these guys done. So I should focus on that. But also, like, I got the Speeder, 5 more Intercessors, the Jump Pack, and the Gravis guys to do. And then that box is done, and I can prime them and get them ready. Because I really do want to paint those guys up. Oh, I'm not concerned about the viewership, Coffee. Not one bit. I'm just thinking like what I want to do tonight. The thing is, what I end up doing is I always bebop from projects. So like I've been working on these guys, and then I'll work on another project, and then I'll work on this one, and then eventually I'll get back to it. I have like a bunch of unfinished stuff because I keep going back and forth. So I should focus on one thing and get it done. I want to get the Red Terror. I'm waiting for it to be released as a separate model now. As much as I do want like the Kill Team box, I don't need the box. Ooh, that's cool, Graham. That's very cool. Yeah. It's kind of hard to fight the whole, like, ooh, shiny new thing. And needing to stay focused on the projects we got. I've been thinking about starting, like, a little series where it's, like, I start an army, it's 500 points, and then as I see fit, we add on like a new unit. So I guess a growth campaign is what I'm thinking. We start at 500 points, and then as I play a game or play games with that 500 point list, I grow it and add new things here and there. And then it'd be things to be like, well, we've reached this point, it's time to add in new stuff. And yeah, just keep doing stuff like that. Wait, what box do you try to get paint? Oh, the red terror and all that stuff. You're gonna get a 30k in proxy Chaos Space Marines now. Nice, very nice. One day I'll get into 30k. I don't know when, but it will happen. Yes, follow that rule. That will save, honestly, don't get anything new until you finish a project you have. I need to bring back that rule. I was kind of following it, and then I, like, moved away from it a little bit. Bruh, no, new shiny? No. No. No, we need to finish the shiny we bought a little bit ago. That needs to be done, and then we can get the new shiny thing. Because even though, like, yes, there's this box that came out. I want to get it and have the new stuff. That box is going to sit in your room on your shelf for way longer, because I'm speaking from experience here. I got the Armageddon box, so that's like one, and then I got Kill Team Skirmish box. Actually, that's technically done, so I won't count that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes, and that's including the Armageddon one, that I still need to do. Oh, okay. I have a question that I want to ask you guys. It is about models, and it is a kill team. The new, like, Chaos kill team that came out, the one that comes with, like, a Chaos Lord and a few other things, is that worth getting? Or is it better to, like, not buy that kill team? Because it's like $82 US. It comes with like a Chaos Lord and like 5 other models. It came out with like a sister kill team too. I do kind of want it, but I don't want it for that price. And I already have a Chaos Lord with jump pack, so I don't really feel the need to buy it. It's like it's the same thing with the Scout Squad box. Like, I don't want to spend $80 on a bunch of scouts. Oh no, the Exodus as well is something I'm excited for. I think it'd be cool to see some more models with that. We'll cross that bridge a little bit later. Actually, this past 4th of July, a buddy of mine was like, okay, my friends that run the game store, 2 of them are the only people that, like, Warhammer will talk to, which I find is really stupid, but I think it's just because that, one, it's the owner, so it's the name of the account, and then one, like, the second person with it. The second person is like, I want you to send me a list on what we should order. And I was going to start talking with him about it, but it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I held off, but I'm like, I'm going to need to make a list of things I think they should get. But I have to realize that they're spacing, and also they don't want to spend a bunch of money on something like that. So I think I'm going to lean toward, because they have not a lot of space, them getting more kill team stuff, keeping it small, and leaning into that. Because the other store that's like a half hour away from their store has more space, and they're more of a proper Warhammer like play space. Like they got a whole separate building for it. So it's just, I want regular Warhammer stuff to happen at my friend's store, but it's tough with where the store's located to even do that. I had to talk through my thoughts for a second. Back to what Paint was saying. Exodites now need 2 named characters, 2 named character units, and 5 new kits and a book. Would it be worth Warhammer making a whole new Eldar army? Would it be cool? Yes, I think it'd be really cool. And I think there are people that would buy it. It's just how much of that can they make look sci-fi enough to still fit within, like, their game. Yes, it's Exodites. Well, I don't know Exodites that well. I really haven't met that. I haven't talked about it. I haven't really talked with anyone that would be saying they would start an Exodite army. I'd love to meet someone that has. What's up, Toast? You might sacrifice that, but I don't think GW would. But there is a dedicated like fan base for it. I do know that. Hell, wasn't there like, I think there was a Golden Demon entry that was an Exodite model. Like someone kit bashed and made it an Exodite and it won. So, like, people do want Exodites to be a thing. The Exodite is literally the fan base's most loaded sub-faction. Huh. I mean, I guess because they have to go buy the like separate kits to make their own army. GW had to restrict armies on parade because people every year without fail took and kit bashed Age of Sigmar models with 40k Eldar to make Expedite armies. Jeez. No, I fully believe it. Like, that's definitely a thing people would do. What's up, Glad? I'm glad I could scratch an itch for you. And I wasn't trying to make a connection with your name. It would be cool to see some more Xeno stuff. I will admit, I think with the Tau. Okay. I don't want to do a Tau army. I do want to do another Xenos army. Like, I like the Tyranids. I want to do them as an army. But I think they're like how Crew is a sub army that you can do. There needs to be more like sub armies like that we can do for Xenos. I almost want the, like, freedom to just... I want the freedom to make some models and be like, this is this Xenos, and I'm playing it like this. I know people say one-page rules is very, like, forgiving with that. I know Dorzo talks about that quite a bit. More Xeno stuff should show up with a new upgrade sprue for your Death Watch. Getting pauldrons for Terminators is destroying your life. They should... I don't think they put enough pauldrons on the sprues in general. Okay, so... for the upgrade sprues, this is just in my opinion, they need to add more of the, like, specialty ones. They'd be like, cool, you gave me 2 Blade Guard pauldrons, but I need 3 because it's a 3-man squad. Or like, I need more of this type. It's just like, not enough. Honestly, I think after I finish this list, I should work on the Imperial Knights. Hello again, Rory. How are you, buddy? Okay, that's your spot. I'm curious on how much time it actually takes GW to like design and make new models. Like, how long does it really take the company? Don't you start. Don't you start whining. I don't need you to be whining right now. I love you. I do. You're a good boy. You do deserve pets. Eesh. I will say, I'm a person speaking with absolutely no experience on logistics and designing and all that stuff. But, like, why not have a separate team for each one? Like, instead of it being one big design team, be like, okay, you 5 are going to design, like, these models. Yes, we were just talking about those earlier. Those are called Exodites. Might be the only Elder models I ever actually buy. You. I'm talking to you. Settle. Settle yourself. What? Costs 100,000 per sprue? Why does it cost that much? Is it like just the design team? It's got to be the people. I mean, maybe it's the people. I mean, I know there's a facility and then you got to do the plastic and all that other stuff, but... Oh, damn. So, I'm just going to round up that number for us paint. That is $200,000 in American dollars. I mean, 180,000 is a lot of money. but they can be easily round up to 200,000 very, very quickly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Oy, oy, oy. I'm gonna hold off on doing those little guys a little more. Neither am I. There is a lot more that goes into it than I realize. I can quickly do the reds, and that will be that. I think all I have left to do is literally red and gold. Yeah, I just have reds and golds left. Okay, got that, and... I guess with that, like, thought out wise, I guess I understand why GW increases the price for all their stuff. I still don't think they should. Jake, what did you do now? Are you in the bathroom again? Night, Coffee. You accidentally started a forest fire. What? What? How? What? First up, who let you near matches? Oh my freaking lord. Glad I do want to get what you're talking about. I'm not ignoring for that. I'm focused on what Jake just said. Where was your mind? What made you think that was a good idea to shoot fireworks at a squirrel? The repercussions which you're suffering by starting a fire. At least here on the East Coast, we've had like the hottest week all year. I mean, we've had rain, but things are still probably dry. Ugh. No, I'm glad you're alive. Okay. That is very true. Yeah, that's very true, Glad. You buy a box, it's gonna take you like way longer to get all those built and painted. Like for the average casual person. I mean, especially me. I've spent a lot more money than I should have at like my Warhammer store and stuff, but I have plenty of stuff to build and paint. So I don't need to buy anything new for like quite a while. Yeah, it's probably why they do push people to go for like combat patrol to be like the entry, because it is. I mean, 170 is cheaper than buying all those models separate. I do fully agree with that. But also, like, to get all these other models, it is a lot. It is expensive, like, to go buy a box, do this and that. And. Ugh. Yeah, there is a lot that they do need to, like, buy on top. If you have a couple, if you have a few items that are your lost items, so ideas being like rotisserie chickens that you buy at the grocery store and all that stuff, for most companies that is a lost item. They're not making money on it, but it gets you within the store to like then buy more stuff. If GW had a few more items like that for new people, then I think they would fully, I guess the entry barrier would be a lot less. I guess the Combat Patrol is their lost item in that sense. But then also, like you guys said, they then have to buy all this other stuff just to make, pretty much to put these models together. I mean, yeah, actually the first time I ever bought models, I did not know I was supposed to buy clippers and all this other stuff for it. So I went back to the Warhammer store and bought myself a pair of clippers like the next weekend, and then finally started building. The older Combat Patrols for like 10th edition, from I guess 9th/10th, were like good. Nowadays they're more infantry. There are still some good ones here and there. I mean, Kill Team can be 10th edition starter set were really good. Was that the Leviathan one? Good night, Paint. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Excuse me. Custodians are definitely one of the cheaper armies to get into Warhammer with. Because you could literally buy... The Combat Patrol that you can buy is under 1,000 points. You buy 2 of those boxes, you're close to having a 2,000 point army. At least that's what I've heard. I'm not putting the points together recently. No! What happened, Eternal? What? What makes you think he came out bad? Also, I feel like I've not met anyone that plays Deathwatch. I've heard it's a very limiting army because there's some models that you can't take as a Deathwatch player. What's up, Swiggity? I'd say you're never late. You show up when you show up when you need to. Oh, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Oh, okay. Oh, like, yeah, the starter box, yeah. The starter box... I am painting up some Deathwing Knights in my custom chapter colors. Well, I stole this color scheme from another homebrew chapter, and I was lazy and I didn't want to strip some models, so I just decided to make my first company be this color, but the rest of my chapter is painted up as like my little guy on screen. We do blue, orange, and green for eye lenses. But first company is black and blue armor with cobalt for all the metallics. Most of it. Yeah, I've been enjoying painting this army. Definitely want to try some other stuff eventually, but yeah. Let's get... If you... So, until they come out with a new starter box, I would recommend getting, like, the Ultimate Starter Box, because it is all the same models from, like, the big one. It is a little bit of a discount. I was going to make a video on that years ago. Not years ago. A while ago I was going to do is the Ultimate Starter Box worth it or not? The answer is yes, but it is a high price. I mean, you could try to make them look like demons, and then it wouldn't be too out of place, but... Yeah, they definitely look kind of weird. How's it going, Hikins? Welcome to stream. I hope you're doing well this evening. And I hope you've had a good day or evening or morning, wherever you are. Are you talking about the Orc starter box? Or the, like, new one that's coming out with the Orcs? I haven't really seen what's fully in those, but I thought it was just, like, all the models from the Armageddon box. So you're getting, like, the Chaplain, Librarian, Speeder, all that stuff. I think we've all been like that. Trying to paint up our own little piles. What's up, a good roasted dinner? Good to see you. What do you mean by a 6v6? I'm like confused whenever you say basically a 6v6. What's my favorite launch box so far? I don't know. Like, the Armageddon is the first one I've actually gotten. But I've seen, like, the other ones, and I think there are some better ones? Whoa, why'd you get so yellow? There we go. It's not as yellow, but I think it's still yellow. Oh, 6 Orcs versus 6 Marines. Okay. Trying out painting some salamanders. Nice. I'm excited for the new Ultramarine Epic Hero. I don't even know who it is. Man, my nose is just so... I'm gonna have to look at all of it. I almost want to say, like... because I love the Shield Captain so much, and I mean, like, this Shield Captain, like this style sculpt and everything, I think it's the Indominus box. I don't know everything that's in that one, but I think that's a cooler one in my opinion. Yes. So these are some Dark Angel Terminators called Deathwing Knights. They are a full melee unit. They're similar to Assault Terminators. Thank you. I did steal this color scheme from another custom chapter. Those are called the Seraphim of the Abyss. I was going to do that as an army, but then I didn't think... Well, I didn't want to do a bunch of black armor, and I didn't think it really represented me on the table. I wanted something that was my own creation fully. So, eventually I came up with, like, a color scheme I like, but I had a bunch of models already that were painted up this way. So I was like, you know what? I'll do what the Dark Angels do, and I'll have my first company be this color, and everyone else would be this color. So, the rest of my chapter... Let's do this guy. The rest of my chapter is painted up like this. Let's see if I can get the focus. A little bit. It can kind of focus. Okay, we'll do one at a time. No, they're not the Mac and Cheese Marines. Come on, focus. So, I do blue armor. I do cobalt metallic for all the metallic parts. And then I do orange for, like, the little circles and... for part of the backpack, and I do green eye lenses. And for, like, sergeants, lieutenants, and captains, I do a line on the helmet. Ooh, Hell Blasters are so much fun. So much fun to use. And then we got this guy. Come on, focus. Focus. Kind of. Kind of focusing, but not really. Damn! That is some poor dice rolling on his part. His dice did not like him that day. That was something that I had to work on as well, Kins. God, I'm just gonna call you High. Hike. I could call you Hike. That's something I had to work on. I would take a whole week to do one model, and I'd want everything to be perfect. And I had to learn that it's okay not to, like, finish or not be perfect with every model. Because one, you're going to see them from like 3 to 5 feet away. And it is your army at the end of the day. If you want them to look that good, then go for it. But it's okay if they don't. To answer your question, Eternal, I was thinking on it. I have a few. It's hard to say like what's a number one favorite. Space Marine 2's up there, but it's not like, it's maybe a top 10. Minecraft I've been playing a lot of, especially recently. That's a top 5 game for me. Monster Hunter is another top 5. Mostly like Monster Hunter World is top 5. Wilds is Underworlds. I liked God of War, but God of War is like a top 10. And not the old God of Wars, I mean like the Norse Viking ones. Because that's the only one I played. So, I don't have a number one favorite. It's really just depending on what my mood is. Because, like, the old Jurassic Park Genesis game is also in the top 5 for me. But also the Jurassic World games are in the same league as the Jurassic Park Genesis game. So, it's a weird little, like, level of what I think is my favorite. But I don't have one specifically. I feel like I have a bit of advice for that. I mean, batch painting's never fun. That's what I've done with these guys. It's like, cool, I'm gonna paint up like all the armor and do all this and that, and then it really does slow down on these little parts. And these tiny little parts is where I do make mistakes. So, I feel like I have an answer. I can't put it together in words currently. It's okay, Rory. Oh, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Words are hard. And English is not my first language. It's gibberish, by the way. That is my first language. Honestly, the best advice I can give you is just keep practicing. Keep learning and keep practicing. Soak up as much knowledge as you can, and then take that knowledge and put it on models. You're not going to get better unless you start painting. And I wish there was a quick fixed way of just getting good at models. There's not. If there was, everyone would be doing it. You just need to start painting and getting everything together. Like, from where I was when I started to where I am now is a huge leap. But that took a lot of time sitting down, painting everything in front of me, and then just going through with that. Well, the first thing is Grey Knights, they're all equipped in Terminator armor. So they'd have to make like a really cool looking Terminator armor set. And I'm kind of also curious on... I thought they were in a form of Terminator armor. Am I wrong? Just the paladins. Hold on. I am going to Google this. They wear specialized... I can't pronounce that armor. Two primary variants are... Oh, power armor and a Terminator armor. Okay, so there's two forms. Images. I guess it just looks like Terminator armor to me. Huh. Well, good on that friend for doing it. I've always heard about Warhammer, but I never got into it, and then I just started learning lore video stuff, and now I collect paint and learn about the lore. They have Psyker hoods, so they might... So that might be why they look like that. Ah, yeah, true. All Grey Knights are a level of Psyker. That is very true. I started with salamanders. That was going to be my very first army, and I moved away from that. But salamanders do hold a special place in my heart. I feel like personally, if I was to beat any chapter, it would be the salamanders. And I should one day make like a 2,000 point salamander list or a 1,000 point salamander list and just play it for a bit. But also, like, again, this is why I made a custom chapter, because I could do like whatever I wanted. Like, my custom chapter has salamander gene seed in them, so if I wanted to run these guys as salamanders, I can. It's a choice, but I find it funny. I play mostly Dark Angels, which are green armor faction, and I love salamanders, and they're another one with green armor. might have to step away for like just a little bit. I think the dog wants to go out and I need to go out with him. So I'm gonna have to step away for a few minutes while I do that. I use the Army Painter brushes. Like the paint brand Army Painter, that's what that's my just main brush. I haven't used any other variants really. I should try some other variants, but I think they work pretty good. They're a decent all-around brush. You definitely got to make sure you clean and maintain them. Yeah, you got to clean and maintain them pretty well, because I do got a couple varieties. Like, this still has the point, but it's going to get to the point where it's going to be more like this one. That's a bit more frayed and closer to becoming a dry brush. Like, that's just... But that's my recommendation. There are other better brands out there. I know for a while that I was very scared to use Army Painter brushes because they are like, or they were, the basic ones are like $10. Yeah, they were $10 a piece. And I was like, oh, I don't want to damage these brushes. I'll use like the very cheap brushes I have and all that stuff. And I was just wasting more money than I needed to with that. So I eventually was like, I'm going to use it. And then it was literally night and day. Swiggity, what are you on about? Like, if there was an inanimate object that I could eat or drink, like if I had the ability to, there's not one that comes to mind I want to like do or try. I mean, I guess some metals, but the problem is I would get sick from eating like those metals because there's so much other stuff in them. And then also my teeth, so no, I don't have a particular one. Isn't that just glass? And I want to finish this and then I can step away. Okay. I got those guys a good spot to stop with. I'm going to let the dog out. I will be back. And I think they're pretty much done besides his face. Well, and the eye lenses. I gotta do the eye lenses. But I can always save that for another time. I can move on to new models. Okay, I'm back. Oh. Hello and welcome. What'd I miss? Ah.
Happy birthday, America!
Oh, Jesus! That's a hell of a time to come back to. I completely forgot that was going to play. Yes, I am painting up a custom Space Marine chapter. I play him as Dark Angels. We are the Executioners of the Abyss. That is the chapter name. Yeah, did not have... God, because I play the music music off YouTube. People... I always forget about that. Yeah, so I do technically 2 chapter colors. This is a color scheme that I stole from the Seraphim of the Abyss. Long story short, thought I wanted to paint that up as my army. Decided I didn't really like it too much, but I already painted up enough models to be like, I don't want to strip these and redo them. So I was like, I'll just make them be my first company chapter. No, they'll be the first company of my chapter. And everything else, which is this color scheme. This is 2nd to 10th company. And this is what I use for all my guys. So yeah, what do I need to do? I need to... I think I need to do the eye lenses? Could I hold off on doing eye lenses? What time is it? Yeah, I noticed it's been doing that too. I don't know why. Something with the lighting. Yeah, I definitely should. That way they're just done. Okay, we'll do the face real quick. The face will be really quick because it's only one guy. Yeah, it switches. I don't know what it is. I think it's when I put like one of those models, like one of the other guys up on the screen. They're like, my thing just thinks it's super dark and... or something like with the color contrast. Make him green? No, I'm not gonna make him green. Actually, that's not bad already. Really, just using that leather brown is more than enough. I think that's actually exactly what I want. What? You were never 59 viewers. What are you on about, my guy? went yellow again. Why is it going so yellow? Hold on. There. I think I can set that down to bring that back. I'm not going to add another lighter one. I think I like it being a lot more tan. That's kind of similar to my skin color currently. Also kind of reminds me of like a Native American a little bit, and I like that. So we're going to leave that in. I am going to have to do a white, because I need to make these eye lenses actually pop a bit. Really? Maybe I heard something about that, but yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of wish they kept that. I kind of do want more chapters that are other cultures than just, I don't know, whatever they have for up and down and all that. So okay, let's get that eye just slightly. That'll work. Yeah, it is a lot of Roman or Knight. I mean, I do know with like the white scars. That's what I was looking for. What's up, Dark? Good to see you here. They do a Mongolian one, and there are people out there that do like make some really good culture theme ones. I think it's the Celestial Lions that are actually based off of like African culture, which I think is really cool. I like learning about other cultures and seeing that represented and stuff. And it's not wet at all. I need that to be more wet. I'd actually like it to be, I want a bit of a glaze. Hear that thing. No. There's some people here. There's definitely people here. They're just all chilling. I added too much. And recently I found out a way of fixing my mistake. That actually fixed it really nicely. Yes, I am finishing up these Deathwing Knights, and then I'll move on to another model. And we will... Oh yeah, that's right, your gaming computer's still broken, right? And nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. I'm going to do 3 guys for the actual eye lenses, and then I will consider these guys done. Could I do a little bit more? Maybe, but they're pretty much done. Not you. You. And there with that eye lens. That's looking better. That they do. I'm trying to be better about the eyes. I gotta practice doing that. Let me do this just by holding them. do you mean I sound unhappy? I'm fine. I'm like focused and just trying to make sure I get these guys to look good. I'm also tired. It's like almost 10 o'clock for me. I don't know. I'm not paying attention to what he's saying. Yeah, got that eye nice and yellow. Yeah, you can see it on the camera. Jesus. What are you both on about? Jesus, my guys. We got a single strand, or a single suitable hairbrush just for eyes, and some freehand honestly helps the time. Ooh, I'll have to try that. Okay. Took a bit, but we got these guys done. There is some parts I can touch up, and I probably missed here and there. But other than that, I think these guys are ready for the table, and they're going to get probably obliterated because they're freshly painted, but they might also do fine. We'll see. I gotta do something for the campaign badge. I do want these to participate in a campaign before I really give them one. What do I work on next? We'll see. It always depends on what my opponent brings and what I plan on doing. What to do next? I could do the blade guard, but that's a whole lot. Why don't I do just one model now for a bit? Let's do this guy. Let's do kind of a centerpiece model. Not really a centerpiece, but not a full centerpiece either. And we can certainly take off all these little bits to paint up, or to make it easier on painting. Actually, I can take these off, and that will be pretty easy. And then I think I can take this part off. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Should be more like that. I like that. Yeah, I use this buggy with the Outrider Knights. I mean, they're on bikes, so like, why wouldn't they use, honestly, why not use a buggy? Okay, now I need to decide. I don't think I'll do... The armor will definitely be like the regular orange-blue stuff. I don't think I'm going to do that for the buggy. I think I'll copy what I did with the Outriders. And for the Outriders, I did this. It's definitely darker. It's all done with speed paint. Not really a lot of silvers or anything like that. But I think for stuff like bikes and all that, I'm going to do green. Oh yeah, no, the Outrider's been a part of the list like since day one. Like, these both been in the list. These are good to like get on an objective and hopefully survive long enough to then something else come and sit on the objective. So yeah. I do have I bought another box of Outriders, and I have a box of Deathwing Knights. Not Deathwing Knights. Outriders and the Blackwing Knights, the little Raven squad. Oh, no. They're painted in blue armor. This armor is blue. Actually, their armor is this contrast paint. So, I went through a lot of different colors. This is Leviathan blue. It's a very dark blue. And because I didn't thin down this paint at all, it went on really thick and covered all of the highlights. So in person, this is blue. Like, you can see it in the light. You can see it on the foot. You can see that blue color shine through. It's the same color that... Let me grab him real quick. Oh, there's his arm. It's the same color that this chaplain is painted in. Leviathan blue is the same color as this. And the edge highlight part is regal blue, then with a wash over it. Actually, technically, this is Leviathan and then a blue wash over. But yeah, that's the color difference. I've went through a lot of different colors. Yeah, he is a lot more noticeably blue. It's actually 10. Next time, I think we'll start this. Either next stream or the stream after, we'll start doing this. I'm probably actually going to call it here tonight. And go get some sleep. Because it is 10 o'clock my time and all that stuff. And I need some rest. I'm still recovering from my weekend. So, I got a little spiel while I put this guy back together. And then I will go. So, if you enjoy the content and want to see more, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I try to stream 3 days a week. I don't always do that. I try to start around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I go to about 10 o'clock EST. But also depends on my mood, my energy level, all that stuff. Last week, I only did one, and I felt bad for that. But also, if you want to be part of the community a little bit more and share your stuff and all that, I do have a Discord. It's not just for Warhammer. It is a place that if you are creative and you want to share your stuff and have other people, I don't know, it's just a place to share your own stuff. I have a Discord. It is in the video and channel description. Completely free to join. Like I said, it's more of a creator space. Mostly, yes, it is Warhammer because that's what I've done, but I'm into other hobbies such as blacksmithing, carpentry. I want to get into cosplay stuff eventually. So if you're also into that stuff and you want to share advice or get anything, just come there and hang out. Also, if you want to support the channel a bit more monetarily, I do have a Ko-Fi coffee account that you can donate to. Everything you donate goes straight back into the channel for upgrades, paints, hiring an editor for videos, maybe eventually. But with that all being said, you really don't have to do any of that. Just having you here, hanging out, watching me paint, or just chatting, it's more than enough. I get on here to try and get something done. So, with that all being said, I want you to go out there and make something awesome. I know you will.